Hey everybody, this is Craig Caldwell, Director of Nature Reliance School, coming to you today with some simple tips for Tactical Tuesday. We want to make some considerations for what's going on if your weapon system, your concealed carry system, is getting wet. So thanks for joining us. On a day like today, we've got a fair amount of rain, although it's just stopped right as I started making this video. You could also run into this in extremely hot weather, and that's where I started running into trouble with this, is that I carry a Glock 19. I think I've been real clear on that. And the system that I've always carried it in is a Galco holster. Okay, so I'm going to put this weapon down as a means of this discussion. But I've got this Galco holster, and I've carried this for a long time, as you can tell. It's a 226, Galco 226, and you can see how dark it is on the outside. Basically, that's the side that rests against my skin. And what we're running into, and I ran into this in a class, is that if I'm carrying concealed in a class, particularly in this summer class is when this happened to me, and I got really hot and sweaty, it got really difficult for me to take my gun in and out of the holster, which when you're running a class in particular, that's not good. You want to be able to get that weapon out, get it on target as soon as possible, and when you put it back, you don't want to have trouble, because that's where a lot of injuries will occur, where you might shoot yourself. So with that said, I'm going to recommend something for you, and I'll be honest with you, it's pretty hard for me to do that, and that is to look at a system like this. I haven't been, up until now, a big fan of kydex, and I met some guys here in Winchester, and we're going to do a video with those guys and show you their products from Kentucky Kydex, where they make kydex holsters. And it's not that I don't realize it's not functional. It is functional. It's incredibly useful material. It's very hardy. It lasts incredibly long. It withstands a lot of abuse. But it's just I just like leather. I'm an old school guy, and so I've always just liked leather. But what I'm finding is that from a tactical perspective, the reason you carry a gun so you can have access to it quickly, and quite frankly, carrying it in leather has provided a situation where if it's wet, if I'm sweaty, if it's raining like this, even in the snow and my gear gets wet, it's hard to get that smoke wagon out, right? So in essence, I have started carrying my weapon in kydex. And again, Kentucky Kydex is the manufacturer of this particular holster. It's minimalist. It doesn't take up much space. It's incredibly light. My gun does not have negative effects when it's wet. I've actually wore it and got sweaty in it on purpose. Drew my weapon regularly, shot a lot, trained with it. I'm taking it to a class this weekend where I'm going to be wearing it and doing the same thing over a whole 8 to 10 hour day. So it's going to be hot and nasty, and I'll give you a report on that too. But this kydex stuff, I think, is going to be one of those things that we're going to have to let go a little bit of some of the material of the past. Not to say that I'm going to get rid of my Galco holster altogether. I love that thing. But I'm saying that I'm to the point where I'm recommending some kydex just for the function. Some of the other things that come along that are important is that kydex doesn't hold the moisture as easily, and that's the problem, is that if you got a weapon in there, whether it's a knife, edge weapon, or a gun, whether it's a pistol or mags or whatever it might be, then if they're in leather, they have the tendency to hold that moisture inside the leather. So you've got that consideration as well. So kydex doesn't do that. It's really easy to wipe out, clean it out, so that it's a functioning apparatus for your gun. So with that said, consider some kydex, and if you're looking for some, look up Kentucky Kydex here in Kentucky. Some good guys here and local to me. I love trying to bring attention to people who are local. So look for another video coming soon from Kentucky Kydex, where we're going to put together some of us shooting, utilizing their equipment. With that said, as always, on Tactical Tuesday, we're trying to help your ability. Next week, what we've got coming up is we're going to take a look at cleaning kits for the field. So I'm glad for that. I haven't covered that topic as well. So that was a request from one of the people in our Nature Reliance School community, so that's coming soon too. So with that said, come on, join in. Let's do this together.